My name is Chobiro. I had a startup called Femta Industries. It's a green startup that handles waste. We handle waste beyond the point at which the consumer stops. That is, when you buy your consumables, which are packaged, that thing that you put in the dustbin is what we're interested in. So Femta Industries is based in Wasinkishu, and we are currently proving the concept of having value out of waste. So we are dealing with three forms of waste. These forms of waste are plastic, glass, waste biomass. In this case, we are focusing in water hyacinth because of what it's doing to our water bodies. And then the organic waste, because we realized that there are part of us that are handling what we call the black soldier flies. And it's another technology that people are embracing that is going to help us handle the organic waste. The reason as why we are doing this is because we realized the downside that we cry about is actually as a result of the negligence or the responsibilities that we undertake at the dustbin right from our households. So if we are responsible from the dustbin as individual households, then we will not be having much of the problems that we have at the downside. So we decided to break down this into small components and give them value. In our early stages, we worked with the university to do the research so that we can find something of value out of every stream of waste that you're seeing here. So plastics. From plastics, we make a profile. We call it a profile. It's a construction profile for the purpose of walling, because we realized that what we call the dump sites, which most of the people in the community don't even want to visit and see what is happening there. To us, it's a gold mine. It has a lot of value, only that it's mixed, and there's that perception that it's a very dirty place, and there's nothing that can come out of it. And the people that are working in these dump sites are actually the middle income earning communities, people that don't even have decent housing. So we took it that we can use what they have as resources from the dump site to give them materials for construction for decent low-cost housing. So our profile is articulative in the local language we call it interlocking, so that we also reduce the need for usage of cement. The same way someone could go get mud, get pieces of wood and then construct their houses, we are giving them an equivalent of that in terms of labor and resources, that is the capital they require to do a decent housing from waste. Then now there is glass. There is a stone that is gotten from Mombasa. It's called mazeras. It's becoming a very common material for construction these days, for cladding. Even that place is called mazeras. They dig it from the environment. So that is also an environmental challenge. So we came up with something that we are developing from glass. We are displaying the percentages because our products have a patent, so the other percentage is also waste, but it's holding our patent. It's the only secret that we have so that we get to the market. So we don't talk about it because we also need to make some profits around here. I will later on tell you why we need to make profits. So we make cladding materials from glass that have the same characteristics as mazeras. So instead of people going for mazeras, we tell them come for something that we make from glass. Most liquor outlets do not have proper ways of disposing the waste. So if we can give them a market as big as the construction market, we will have solved the problem of having these waste going to the dump site. And then we have water hyacinth. You can use any water waste biomass like the sugar bagasse. You can use coconut husk for people like those ones from Mombasa. But we wanted to channel our technology through water hyacinth because of what it's doing to our water bodies. So we make something that has the same characteristics as wood, so that if you want to go for a product like the one mahogany or cedar for the purpose of doing your framings and trimmings and moldings, we can customize one for you. If you want the flooring parquets, we can customize one for you from water hyacinth. Because the market of construction consumes a lot of materials, it can consume and mash up the rate at which this water hyacinth is multiplying, and then now we will be solving the challenge of water hyacinth from the lake. We were having the concept of, if someone in the name of a fisherman has gone to the lake the whole night, they have not managed to get some fish to come and sell, they can come for us with some kgs of water hyacinth, which is an equivalent of the fish that they would have gone to catch, and we will compensate them. That way, they will have a more amplified economy to themselves. They have two options. They can go for fish or they can go for water hyacinth. And then once we process it, that is our sample, we will have to supply this, the construction industry people with something that is of a more environmental solution. So we are helping two people to have their solutions. When it comes to organic waste, or to the household dustbins to do that. There is a group of us that can do that, sort it for them. If they want it for black soldier fly, they do it for them. If they want it for biomethane, they do it for them. And then this biomethane, we are looking forward, it's like our brother Mumo was saying, it's a journey. We are looking forward to using it back again to do the processes, because we need energy to process this product so that we can make it more greener. Now, for us to achieve this, we want to have a system where we look at waste as a crop. Just like you look at your coffee, tea, pyrethrum and all that. If we look at waste as a crop, that is the collector or the segregator will know that I don't need money to go and get the waste. All I need is to put an effort to go get a few kgs. I know how much is 1 kg of plastic, how much is 1 kg of water hyacinth, how much is 1 kg of glass. If I get that, it's taken to a collection center, which is an example of what Momo was calling a holding point. Before we put up the material recovery centers, your cages are weighed, they're recorded. We know that group A of a given youth group, they gave us 1 ton of plastics. That is equivalent, for example, to 10,000 shillings. We take that, we process it into a product, we sell it to the consumer. Once we get the money, we trickle down the profits. That way, we will have created a society that is economically stable, that is solving the environmental challenge in terms of waste processing and management. That is why I was saying that we are holding to the percentage of waste of the other part of it, that is the binders and all that, which is holding our pattern, so that we make these profits. Once we make these profits, we will incentivize the dustbin. Our main aim is to incentivize the dustbin. Incentivize in the sense that if the consumer who is of the high end doesn't see any value in waste, someone will see value in it because of the incentivization. They know that if I see 1 kg of plastic, that is equivalent to 15 bob. If I do 10 kgs, that is 150. If I do 100 kgs, that is 1,500. I am sure that even in the construction industry, most people who work there, a bigger percentage don't make 1,500 per day. Some of them make less than that. So when you're walking on your way, you'll be seeing money on your way to the mjengo, on your way to the market, back from the market. Children that are going to school, they will, now that we're having CBC, they will be knowledge in a manner that they know that if I have a bottle of water, it weighs 100 grams. 10 bottles of that will weigh 1 kg. That is equivalent to an exercise book or a pencil or something like that, with the systems like the ones that Femto Industries is putting up. And I'm happy now that we gotten to know our big brothers, the Kebro. So the reason as why we are doing this is we want to reduce the dump site, because all the components that you have mentioned, when you incorporate them, they make up 80% of what goes to the dump site. So if we're able to handle them, we'll be reducing the dump site volume by 80%. We create employment of the circles that I've told you. We provide access to decent low-cost housing. Instead of people going to things that they get from the environment, like cutting trees, going to do the bricks from the wetland. Who is interested in partnering with us? Those are our contacts. We enable it. We are growing. We are at a stage that we want to run a pilot phase, that is do a sample house in the course of this year, so that when you tell someone that we have a product for you to do a decent affordable housing, they come and see the house before they give you an order. Thank you.
about water hyacinth ama hiyo magugu maji. I don't know, hapo Lake Victoria, this thing iko almost all over the world ama maji. So sijui mbona mjiendea hiyo water hyacinth. The other thing is that kitambo, long time ago, I usually saw, nilikuwa naona watu wakikuja wana collect vikombe inaandika those metallic cups na hata mabirika, lakini siku hizi hawako. Sijui kama ilikuwa project yenu ama watu tu walikuwa wanafanya biashara zao.
Question of mbona tujiendea water hyacinth, like I said, we started with the labs, then research, samples, prototypes. What you're seeing are prototypes. That is the real products that we are supposed to get to the market. We are about to start the pilot phase. That is when we'll go for water hyacinth. If you are from that place, help us spread the word that there is a solution and we can work together. It doesn't require anything special. The same way you go with your boat to the waters, get fish, is the same way you go to the waters with your boat, bring us the water hyacinth. We process it with many complicated machines. It's a simple process. Anybody that is in the industry of like the traditional ways of processing crops, is the same way that we use. So, mbona tujaendea water hyacinth, we are in the pilot phase, we will come for it. Hiyo ya kitambo unasema, I also saw it, it wasn't us, but we want to go back, like Mr. Mumo was saying, to the old traditional ways of handling our waste, because we believe it was the best way to go about it. The other question was? I've answered that. Thank you.
Have you exhausted all the questions? There is one there.
Thank you. I will just want to understand the type of those glasses, how they, if you can just describe them. Or again, the second question, do you have like a place where we can see those materials? Because we have many ideas how we can take these simple products, these things that you're recycling, maybe you can put on other ideas that you're having. Can you just describe how these glasses material they have? Because you have said it looked like Mazeras.
I wish you would have introduced yourself. You said dispose them. Those are the ones that we take, crush them into the size that we use. It's gotten from South Nyanza to make the blocks that you've seen. They're small plates actually, like Mazeras, exactly like Mazeras. The only difference is that we don't make big plates, because when you tell people that you are giving them a solution from waste, you'll not be making sense making them to go to the site and generate more waste. So we make plug and play. Those sizes that they cut in the construction industry to put on the wall, we give them exactly that size. So if you come and you tell us that you want to clad a beam of a given measurement, these days we have the technology, it's rendered on the computer. We know which piece should go where, which color you want where. It's customized, so that you go and plug and play on site. You don't generate more waste on site by cutting using machines. Like for instance, plastics. There's this thing that you are overlooking, generation of microplastics. If you work on plastics with machines, you are generating microplastics. And it's going to become a bigger disaster than the plastic that we are having now. We want to avoid that, so we give you a plug and play on site. I believe I've answered your question. At the place that you can find us, it's the contacts. We are trying to put up a facility along the southern bypass. Eldoret has a southern bypass. So we will communicate once the facility is ready. And if you want to develop anything further from what we are doing, we are ready to work with you. Like I said, we started with Moi University, and now we are extending one of our colleagues is with the University of Eldoret. We are ready to work with anybody who wants to develop a solution. Like there's a student who was saying that they want to test whether our product can be recycled back again. so that if you are building a house that goes for 50 years, and in case the house is, someone wants to redo the house again, can we take the products and recycle them again, so that we have another 50 years? So we are open to further developments inside the research.